Hey guys, it's Gemma. So as you guys know, this summer I studied abroad at Temple University Japan campus, and I'm back on main campus now and just kind of wanted to share a video with you guys to culminate my experience there. So my first video was about 3 things I did to prepare to go to Japan, and I wanted this video to kind of be 3 things I learned, really bring it full circle. Japan was 2.5 months of an amazing experience, and it would definitely be really difficult for me to sum up the whole thing in just a few short minutes, but I'll try my best. I would say one of the biggest things that I learned was about how communication transcends the boundaries of language. I was actually in Tokyo Disneyland with one of my friends, and we witnessed a marriage proposal there, and me and the people around us, we didn't speak the same language. I didn't really speak very much Japanese, and I don't know whether or not the people there spoke English, but we kind of all made different looks at each other and kind of shared in the same special moment of happiness that kind of transcended the boundary of language. And even something so simple as like being on the train and giving a polite nod to someone, or being out and seeing Tokyo at night and kind of sharing in that special energy and moment with other people was something that I found super exciting and super refreshing, that you didn't necessarily need to communicate with people with words. It could be music, it could be gestures, and I think that that's something that I will now treasure a little bit more in my daily life, being able to communicate with people in that way, and realizing that although we think that a major thing like language, which is a big basis of communication, might divide us, it's really something that shouldn't stop us from being afraid to communicate with other people. So the second thing I learned is definitely independence. And being a college student, being away from home, you already kind of have like a certain level of independence, away from your family, away from your friends back home. But when you're in a totally different country, it's kind of like that, but definitely revamped a lot. And not only did I kind of find independence for myself in like living in a totally different place away from my family and kind of taking care of myself, but also just being able to go to the store, the grocery store, or the kombini or the market, and just being able to order food all by myself, or be able to find my way around a city on maybe a day when I was traveling on my own. Definitely taught me a lot and kind of forced me to, I guess, grow up in a way. And I think that was super special because you're kind of forced to do these things, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're ordering food or trying to ask questions and you really are totally dependent on yourself, you definitely grow and learn, and I think that studying abroad definitely taught me that. So the third thing that I learned studying abroad is definitely how similar people all across the world are. As I showed you guys in a previous video where I was doing Irish dance in Japan, I joined an Irish dance school there, and though I thought maybe it would be totally different from my life in studio back at home, and though it was in some ways, people everywhere are just kind of, they're just people and they're just human. And going to my Irish dance school, the younger girls there reminded me of me when I was younger and I was a young dancer. And just kind of seeing, the way that people interact in different places and really how similar it is to anywhere else. I think sometimes when we're the outsider and we travel to different places, we kind of think of the people there as other or different or exotic or alien or strange, but when it really comes down to it, we're all kind of the same, and we're all sharing within the same experiences of living daily life. And though we may express that differently, and though we may have different cultural standards for things, like for me, my experience was a family spending a day together in America was just like a family spending a day together and going to the park in Japan. And how similar those things were was definitely exciting for me. So of all those 3 things, I can't say one or the other definitely impacted me any more than another, but It was an amazing experience getting to study in Japan this summer, and thank you so much for sharing in that experience with me through these vlogs. Thank you.